I will then pick up item 12D, a resolution rescinding the designation. Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Mayor. A resolution of the City Commission of the City of Winter Park, Florida, rescinding Resolution 2091-11, designating 520 North Interlochen Avenue, Winter Park, Florida, as a historic landmark on the Winter Park Register of Historic Places.
Mr. Briggs.
As the title indicates, this is a resolution to rescind the designation at 520 North Interlochen. There really isn't a process in the code, and so we put this on the agenda at the request of the property owner SunTrust, and they're here to make their presentation.
So before they come and make their presentation, I guess the question, maybe this is to the city attorney, would be, should there be a process in the code that does or doesn't do this? Since I guess there's a process in the code to let people request changes in almost everything else.
Yes, this is not a quasi-judicial process, in my opinion. You do have a roadmap in, you just don't have a roadmap out. So if the commission or Mr. Knight want me to draft something, be a proposed procedure to pull out of the designation, I can do that. But I also want to add that I don't think this will come up very often. There are very unique circumstances here where the person who put the property into the designation at that time was under foreclosure and there had been a lease pendants recorded. So that's a fairly special, unique circumstance.
I understand, but I'm just interested in process, since we didn't anticipate it. I don't know if there should be. As I said, it seems like in most any other of our even legislative hearings, we had the opportunity in some way to adjust that.
And Mayor, I think
in this case, this is a special request.
Yes,
and I can treat them.
And I do believe you have the inherent authority under your home rule power to do this resolution. So you have the authority, but if you want to think about it, if you'd like to direct me to do a process to pull it out of the designation, I can do that. But
No, I think we'll treat it with this way. I mean, this is the only way we can treat it now. Is I guess you'd say the applicant has requested this of us, and we're going to hear them out. And then I guess we just need to determine in the future if we want to do it. And as you said, I'm sure this will be special circumstances. So with that, I'll go to the applicant, Mr. Searle. And if you identify yourself, please.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. Jason Searle, Gray Robinson, Counsel for SunTrust Bank. Our offices are at 301 East Pine Street in Orlando. We appreciate the opportunity to come before you today and just a couple brief things to add to staff's introduction. With me this afternoon are Dan Kaiser, First Vice President with SunTrust, as well as Jay Brennan, my partner at Gray Robinson, the commercial litigator on this case. It is highly unique, as Mr. Brown mentioned. These are unusual circumstances, and we're here before you with a unique request to ask you repeal a resolution designated property that SunTrust now owns via foreclosure as a historic landmark. In this matter, when boiled down, really relates to the impairment of the bank's collateral in bad faith by its borrower and lender notice, or the lack thereof, rather than the merits of any city historic designation for this property. There was an application made in 2011 by the borrower 10 months into the litigation in the foreclosure action. I've got a timeline. If it pleases the mayor and the board, I'd be happy to go through that with you in more detail. And essentially this was done, as the staff report touches on, to attempt to devalue the property and be used as a strategic negotiation tool in an attempt to achieve litigation settlement with SunTrust. It was really a misuse of the city's historic designation process by the then owner and applicant. As a process-related issue, and given this abuse of the city's valued practice, we are asking you as the city's ultimate decision maker to remedy this by repealing this designation and returning things to the status quo, essentially the way they were before the 2011 designation application was submitted to the city. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have, as with the two gentlemen from our team that are with me here today. In closing, I'd ask to be able to reserve a couple minutes for any response or remarks or discussion. Thank you again for your consideration.
Are there questions of the applicant?
And maybe of Mr. Briggs or the applicant, it's my understanding that there were no tax advantages taken of this, Jeff. There were no special building configurations granted on this. This was as it was when we granted it the first time, and nothing has changed since then.
None of the carrots, such as the variances for utilized.
Thank you.
And Jeff, this is not on the national register. This is a local designation.
Mr.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to move the rescinding.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
I heard Commissioner Mackin as the second. Any further commission discussion? I will open the floor for public comment. If there's any citizens wishing to discuss this matter with us. Seeing none, I'll close the floor for public comment. Mr. Searle, did you want to reserve your right to?
Yep.
any further
Yes,
comments?
sir, that was it. Thank you.
Okay, Commission, it seems like, in our process, if someone asks for it, they'll have the right to ask for it to be changed, so that's why I'll be supporting this. You hate to see these kind of things happen, but I guess we have the right to do it on both sides.
It was a legitimate process.
I don't think that we followed it to the T on our side, we've done everything. Okay, let's ask the clerk to read the roll on this matter, please.
Commissioner Leary?
Yes.
Commissioner Sprinkle? Yes. Commissioner Cooper?
Yes,
Commissioner McMackin?
Yes.
Mayor Bradley?
Yes.